Today, new speedrun category? Ooh, no banana. For me, thanks. I just ate. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, where we were not among the players Bungie banned for cheating in the race to clear the newest Destiny raid.
Yeah, we didn't even know that was happening.
We have a lot of other stuff going on and have to prioritize certain things.
We forgot to pick up our groceries this morning.
We are sorry to hear that. Donkey Kong Bonanza released barely 2 bunches of days ago, but someone has already beaten the game without collecting a single delicious yellow banana. If you're on the outside trying to guess what DK Bonanza is about, collecting bananas would be a pretty spot-on call. I mean, the community would also have you believe that smashing everything in sight is the most important part of the game. But no, the game itself rewards you for collecting bananas by giving you skill points to make DK smarter, faster, stronger, and more zebrish. So clearly, collecting bananas must be a thing you were meant to do. Fellow content creator and purveyor of niche but useless Nintendo trivia, AK, posted to Twitter recently with a screen grab proving their accomplishment and a recommendation to play through the game normally at least once before attempting a potassium-free run, because without bananas, the start of the game is still doable, but it gets progressively harder as you are missing upgrades and the enemies aren't. So far, AK is the only one who's attempted this feat of monkey starvation, but in time, it's reasonable to expect it could join the ranks of fewest possible captures in Mario Odyssey or no jumping Mario 64 at a future Games Done Quick event. Gamers do be masochistic. Finally, this run offers us crucial research, proving that with or without bananas, DK just always looks like that. So, eat whatever you like. It's either genetics or pixel rendering, depending on how likely we are to be living inside a simulation.
It's Sonic's 30th anniversary, and in observance of such a prestigious event and the grand opening of Sega's new flagship store in Shibuya, the Blue Streak is collaborating with Timberland for some exclusive merchandise. Now, before we show you these presumably amazing Sonic Tims that I am also just now about to see for the first time, I need to warn that they're not merely Japan only. They're only available in the Timberland Parco store, also in Shibuya, and also that there's only 30 pairs. Still, surely worth elbowing a solar man in his salary plexus, right? All right, Paul, hit me. Oh. Those are just a pair of Tims with blue laces? Oh, and a little embossed Sonic on the outer uppers. Huh. Well, I don't normally say this, but I am, in this moment, not upset that I don't live in Japan. Although, there are also t-shirts available in larger quantities than the boots, and they've got art of Sonic wearing his new kicks, so... Oh god, why did these boots make him look so... naked? It's like when a wrestler doesn't wear knee pads. Blech. Also, wait, his Tims aren't even the Sonic ones. Where's his little embossed him? All right, I'm over it. Like so many disappointing Sonic collabs, they could have gone whole hog, but they hedged.
And it's not just the middling Sonic Tims. These past weeks have brought us a real bounty of video game promotional and cross-promotional nonsense, and instead of merely reporting on these cynical, low-quality creations individually, we thought we'd examine them all by scrying the future to learn what will become of them. And how are we peering into the future, exactly? Are we leveraging the powerful statistical predictive capabilities of a supercomputing cluster? Are we making a pact with potent mystics? Have we come into the unlikely possession of a device that can bridge distant points in time and space? The answer is... whichever one is funniest. Personally, I choose to believe this list is the product of ancient prophecy computed by and then encoded into the flight patterns of birds. First off, those Sonic Tims will, for the most part, be worn until they fall apart, as Sonic fans are both rugged and practical people. The last pair will betray their wearer by tossing a soul during a food riot in 2032. The not quite hideous, not quite funny, and not quite necessary 18-inch tall Shadow ice cream bar plushies being sold by GameStop target a slightly different demographic. Most will be unsold, defaced, and marked as destroyed and then disposed of in the Atacama Desert within 12 months. A select few, however, will be bought, then tossed onto a bed or couch and referred to half-heartedly as hilarious by house guests for a few weeks. In a strange coincidence, every one of these pillows will be incinerated by hazmat teams after killing their owners and assuming their human form while they search for a new host. The ashes will scatter and then accumulate in the biosphere until they reconstitute into a blue furry tetranoma that will kill the last blue whale. Even the ultimate fate of the grounded DLC skins for the upcoming Battlefield 6 have been revealed to us. Alluding to celebrity crossover skins that have swamped competitor Call of Duty, Battlefield design director Shashank Uchil made the entirely reasonable and uncontroversial statement that, quote, "I don't think Battlefield 6 needs Nicki Minaj." Uchil pointed out the Battlefield series' purchasable cosmetics needed to reflect the game's themes, citing artwork depicting soldiers fighting in a ruined New York City. These skins, most of which will come to be synonymous with atrocities in the 21st century, will finally be lost when the last hard drive containing them is recovered from the Pacific garbage patch and recycled in early 22nd century. And finally, while not something a consumer can simply go and buy, a specialist team of dorks over at Honda have developed a functioning motorcycle in the image of Koraidon, the legendary motorcycle Pokemon from 2022's Pokemon Scarlet. And we don't need to look into the future to divine insights like these engineers are obviously very normal people. So instead, my future prediction is how disappointed you're going to be when you see it in action from its movement debut this past weekend. I'm basically Nostradamus.
It's CheckPoint time again, folks. We've got some particularly erotic fodder this week. Visa and MasterCard were feeling lonely and decided to engage in some non-con denial kink involving hundreds of thousands of their own customers. Ooh, neat. Now, you know the setup. Visa and MasterCard, who account for only 90% of all payment processing on the planet outside of China, so you know that's not all of it, folded under the absolutely backbreaking pressure of 1,000 phone calls from a bunch of priggish dipshits to force online video game stores to drop sexy video games from their libraries. But there's been some FU, which is short for, hey, collective shout, fuck you! And also for follow-up. See, MasterCard, not actually your master, but in this case, they'll take what they can get. MasterCard denied that they gave a list of games to Steam to remove due to boobies and dinks, saying that they didn't say a word to Steam. Here's the quote. MasterCard has not evaluated any game or required restrictions of any activity on game creator sites and platforms, contrary to media reports and allegations, it wrote. Steam, on the other hand, replied, no shit, shitlock. When we tried to contact you, you shoved your fucking fingers in your ears and looked around like you didn't know where that sound was coming from. According to Steam, what actually happened was, strap in here, payment processors communicated this with Valve, and we replied by outlining Steam's policy since 2018 of attempting to distribute games that are legal for distribution. Payment processors rejected this and specifically cited MasterCard's Rule 5.12.7 and risk to the MasterCard brand. Rule 5.12.7, surely you've heard this one before. That rule states that merchants, quote, must not submit to its acquirer, that's the merchant bank, and a customer must not submit to the interchange system, that's like Visa and MasterCard, any transaction that is illegal, or in the sole discretion of the corporation, may damage the goodwill of the corporation or reflect negatively on the marks. Ooh, there's the sexy, damage my goodwill. Leave some marks, baby. There's more details regarding, hey, don't show anything considered non-consensual because, man, you wouldn't want to tell any stories where something happens that the main characters don't want to happen. The more insidious part of the end of that sentence, quote, or any other material that the corporation deems unacceptable to sell in connection with a mark. That's the out clause. That's the part where MasterCard gets to say, I think your lawnmower sucks, and I don't want anyone to ever think that by using my credit card with my logos on it to buy it, that somehow I think it's a good lawnmower. So there. If we're to take Steam's word for this, and at this point I really want to because I've been feeling some real Fight Club energy recently, MasterCard seems to be saying, oh, we're not responsible. We just told our payment processors who are attached to banks that it'd be such a shame if a transaction went through that made people think badly of the family. Sorry, the brand. So, can we do anything about it? Not a lot, of course. After all, we, the public, do not control $850 billion worth of trade. And like in the previous checkpoint, not everyone will want to rally around a flag once you paint a wiener on it. But what might work is something I've been seeing on Tumblr. Calling Visa and MasterCard and the other associated companies who do payment processing and letting them know you're a card holder and you have a complaint. Other protesters have said that you shouldn't let them tell you how to email your complaints, and instead you should stay on the phone for as long as you can and get a case number from them so you can call back and ask about it. Why will this work? Well, according to an anecdote I also read on Tumblr, so get that salt shaker out, if you keep the call centers busy with calls for at least a month, the companies will need to expand their call centers, and that's not cheap. It's not like spinning up a virtual computer in Amazon Web Services. You have to hire, train, supply with technology. And there's a budgetary breaking point because you don't get to bring on more people for only a month. That's at least a year of money going out the door for a problem you could solve by just saying, you know what? Our payment processors worked in error and have received new guidance. Please stop fucking calling. We're not going to convince everyone to cut up their credit cards and break the backs of the industry, but maybe, just maybe, we can blow out those backs a little bit.
I haven't had to cut up a credit card in years.
That time your neighbor stole your identity?
No, when the bank said I had to stop using the custom one I had printed with the Navy SEAL copy pasta.
Because of the strong language?
Typos.
Coming up, as shown in this live-action reveal trailer, Fortnite's next collaboration is with Power Rangers. So if Fortnite is supposed to become the omnimedia platform that is everything to everyone, could the next Fortnite season just be a new Power Rangers TV show? Because this looks way more fun than playing Fortnite. What Graham's not telling you is I was the neighbor who stole his identity.
J'accuse. You did once not open, but you did pick up my mail once.
I did pick up your mail once. That's right. I also got your groceries one time.
Oh yeah. I think that was my fault for just putting the wrong address in.
No, that was I was literally asked by Kathleen to go pick up your groceries for you one time.
Oh.
So I figure it counts as the same thing.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
You guys were busy, and I was like, I'm not doing anything. I can go get your groceries.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's worth stealing an identity.
In addition to the stories that we talked about, we alluded in the intro to this massive ban wave that Bungie undertook for Destiny players. There's been a lot of Destiny news. It's like been small bits here and there, but they've really been tripping over themselves recently. And this was they had a new raid called the Desert Perpetual, and traditionally they'll do like a day one, like a race to see who can clear it the first, and like I can't remember exactly the numbers on it, but after this ban wave, like half of the people on the leaderboard are gone because they banned not just active cheaters but people who benefited from cheating.
Oh, I see.
But there was a lot. It was rampant, specifically because of this for this raid.
I don't want to be shitty about this. Are there still that many people playing Destiny? I'm trying not to be shitty about this, but
it's been on a decline, and
but is a few 100,000 people still playing Destiny?
Lots of people. No, yeah. I mean, it's more than that. Lots of people still play Destiny. Destiny has always managed to get by on the fact that the moment-to-moment gameplay just feels fun.
Yeah, right.
Thanks to just Bungie being very good at that. And the art's always cool, and the narrative stuff is great, and everything.
That's fundamentally one of the most important parts of a game, anyway.
Yeah, but it's just the metagaming aspect of like the weekly grind, and like you log in and get confused about what you're supposed to do, and there's all these new currencies, and this is true just constantly because it's not an MMO, but it has that vibe. It has been struggling to retain the same dizzying heights of its user base that it once did.
But now 50% of the leaderboard
of that leaderboard
was banned because they benefited in some way from a cheating.
Yeah, well, because they cleared the the raid in like 20 minutes,
Oh, okay.
which is not how you're supposed to do it.
I see.
And people were looking at they were just looking at the leaderboard and being like, "Hey, that doesn't make sense."
Right.
So,
And this isn't like a glitchy thing where they were like somebody discovered, oh, there's a skip or something like that.
No.
It's literally just like, oh, we can cheat our way through this by cheating our way through this.
Yeah.
I see.
yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, well. So it goes.
I hate that also in a way kind of makes you feel like, oh, now is that what's supposed to be indicative of the community I game in? That half of the people who finished so fast are like, we only did it because we wanted to benefit from cheating our way there. It's like, that's not what I want to see out of my little community of people I play games with.
I mean, people also, saw a video the other day of someone, doing PvP cheating in Elden Ring. And this is not new to Elden Ring. Obviously, all the FromSoft games have this, but I just don't understand when it's like, it's 1v1. Like, what? You're not... I guess it gives you like a dopamine hit to just
Grief someone?
I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't get anything. There's no reward.
There's no payoff.
No.
Yeah.
It's you just cheating.
Yeah.
And for a benefit, I guess.
To make someone else miserable.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
It's all we can hope for.
where we're at these days.
Yeah. It's very, very odd.
It's bleak.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
You could always buy shoes, I guess.
Man, those Tims were so disappointing.
I hadn't actually seen them because Graham wrote that story today. Nelson did the Bonanza one.
Yeah.
Cameron did the rest of the merch ones, which is very good. Graham wrote the Songs 30th Anniversary one, which left me with the CheckPoint. And I hadn't actually seen those Tims because I did kind of want to be surprised by them.
I don't know why I thought they'd be blue.
Right? Or somehow, or have like a blue sole or something.
Anything.
Have
it's just the laces and that little embossing, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, there's only 30 of them. You could have made more.
There's one thing about like, when we come to like, you can't really like go undercover in a t-shirt like this, right? You can't really walk around and be like, I'm a Nintendo fan, but I'm on the DL when I have this kind of thing. So I understand the idea of like, well, I want a shoe that shows people I'm a Sonic fan, but also isn't so like out there that it's going to make everyone think whatever. But I'm like, I guess
you could still have had a blue sole. It would look really cool. Yeah,
like you can still like just putting blue laces on. I'm like, that's not anybody can put blue laces on their Tims at this point, and it shouldn't matter. Then and that's the thing that frustrates me is I'm like, I have seen really fun like I don't want to call it shadow cosplay, but like really like low key, really muted cosplay type items of my favorite TV show. You can buy the jacket that the guy wears in the show. And what we do is we stitch it with like a couple of colors of that mean something. It's like a black and an orange
like the
thread.
Streetwear cosplay.
Yeah.
Like Disney bounding.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's all well and good, but sometimes I see stuff like that where it's like, and this coat is $300. I'm like, it sure as shit shouldn't be, because there's nothing going on with it that will actually show people that, oh, this is a cool thing. It's like you buy the N7 hoodie or the N7 jacket. Those at least are like, somebody who doesn't know what Mass Effect is, it still looks like a rad jacket, and it has like some flavor, and it says something. And that's just what's really disappointing to me when I see stuff like that make it where it's like, we put some blue laces on here and then we ran it through the standing machine one more time. And I'm like, that sucks.
I also wonder when it's like, we only have 30 of them. In what sizes? Imagine getting in line and you're like, you're like 12th in line, but you get to the front and they're like, oh, we don't have your size. Yeah. So you can buy some, but you can't wear them.
Well, but that's the sneakerhead thing then, I guess, right? That's going to be what people do.
Good, I will put it on my shelf.
It's like, oh, they're 6.5 wides. And it's like, yeah, why did you even tell me? I don't give a shit. They're going to go on the shelf. They're going to stay in the box, or they're going to be out sometimes and hermetically sealed behind plexiglass. And I get to look at them from time to time and be like, someone in a factory put blue laces on those Tims. And then I spent $700 on them. I don't know how much they are.
He does look so weird in that art.
He does.
He looks really, really weird.
I'm glad, though, at least he was wearing shoes. Like, if he was just standing there with naked feet holding the Tims, I'd be like, that's also not what you do with shoes, Sonic. Like, you should know better. Put them on your feet.
That's how you can tell I wrote that story, actually, is the reference to when it looks like a wrestler without wearing knee pads.
Yes, that was the clear giveaway.
Yeah, ongoing thing. So Cody Rhodes does wear knee pads now because everybody was like, you are destroying your body. Please wear knee pads. But it also just looked weird when he didn't wear knee pads. It was like, Why does he look more naked than like he's wearing boots and trunks?
Yeah.
But he looks so much more naked than other wrestlers who also wear boots and trunks and knee pads.
That's so weird too, right? Because knee pads are like those. Because I guess it feels more like it's your workwear, like it's your PPE when you're a wrestler.
Yeah.
It's like I need to wear knee pads. That's very important. But I can like be completely nude from the waist up, and that's so weird. I never thought about that. My God,
very odd. Anyway, now imagine how naked Sonic looks in his Tims. While you consider whether or not you want to support us financially on our Patreon or by becoming a member of this YouTube channel. Member shoutouts incoming shortly. Did we miss anything huge while we were off for a week? I guess mostly just the ongoing payment processor stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's good because
now you're all caught up.
We're catching up.
Yeah, MasterCard tried to be a little
wiener
about it.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah. And Visa has not said a word, it seems. Which does not surprise me. They control 70% of the processing. MasterCard's not that big. Of that 90%, I think Visa controls 70% and MasterCard controls the other 30%.
Damn.
Yeah. Like Visa's massive. And if they don't want to do a thing, they won't. Which is why I've always wondered why other credit card companies won't be like, you know what? We'll be the ones that will.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take that on ourselves.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it.
I read it like 6 times last night, and I read it in practice today, and I was doing fine all the time.
60% of the time, it works
every time.